Before you stand up, I want you to do something that could reveal more about your health than you might expect. Don't worry, it takes only 10 seconds. No expensive equipment, no doctor's appointment, just one simple balance test. Because after the age of 60, your ability to stand on one leg may tell you far more than whether you have good balance. It may reveal hidden muscle weakness, declining nerve function, poor circulation, or even an increased risk of falling in the future. Here's something that surprised many doctors. Research has shown that older adults who cannot balance on one leg for just 10 seconds are significantly more likely to experience serious health problems over the coming years compared to those who can. Now, this doesn't mean something terrible is about to happen, but it does mean your body could already be sending quiet warning signals long before you notice obvious symptoms. The encouraging news is that balance isn't something you're simply born with. It's a skill, and skills can be rebuilt. Today, I'll show you exactly how to test yourself safely at home. Explain what your results actually mean. Uncover the hidden reasons balance often disappears after 60. And share simple exercises that can help you become steadier, stronger, and more confident again. Because staying independent isn't about luck. It's about catching problems early. So before you dismiss this as just getting older, stay with me until the end. Your future mobility may depend on what you learn today. Let's begin with a simple question. Have you noticed yourself reaching for furniture when you walk through your house? Do you automatically grab the handrail every time you use the stairs? Have you stopped standing on one foot while putting on your pants because it suddenly feels unsafe? Maybe you've started taking shorter steps. Maybe getting out of a low chair feels harder than it used to. Or perhaps you've caught yourself thinking, I don't feel as steady anymore. Many people assume these changes are simply part of aging. But that's not entirely true. Growing older doesn't automatically mean losing your balance. Instead, balance problems usually develop because several small changes happen inside the body over many years. Your muscles become weaker. Your reaction time slows. Your joints become stiffer. The tiny sensors in your feet don't send information to your brain as efficiently. Even your inner ear, which helps control balance, begins changing with age. None of these changes happen overnight. That's why most people never notice them until one day they suddenly stumble. Or worse, they fall. Falls are one of the biggest reasons older adults lose their independence. Not because the fall itself is always severe, but because many people never fully recover the confidence they had before. They begin walking less, avoid stairs, stop exercising, become less active. Their muscles weaken even more. And before long, everyday activities become difficult. It's a cycle. But here's what's important. That cycle can often be interrupted. And one of the easiest ways to recognize the early warning signs is with a simple balance test. Before we do the test, let's make sure you perform it safely. Please don't rush. Stand next to a sturdy kitchen counter, a heavy table, or the back of a strong chair. You should always have something within arm's reach if you lose balance. Wear flat shoes, or better yet, perform the test barefoot on a non-slip floor. Keep your eyes open. Focus on one spot straight ahead. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or recently had surgery or an injury, skip the test and speak with your healthcare provider first. Safety always comes first. Now, are you ready? Stand with both feet flat on the floor. Relax your shoulders. Take a slow breath. Now, gently lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. Don't twist your body. Don't lean. Simply stand naturally on one leg. As soon as your foot leaves the floor, start counting. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing normally. 4, 5, 6. If you need to grab something, that's okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now slowly lower your foot. Excellent. Repeat exactly the same test on the other leg. Many people discover one side feels much stronger than the other. That's completely normal. Now ask yourself 3 simple questions. Did you make it to 10 seconds comfortably? Did your ankle shake? Did you immediately reach for support? Be honest. This isn't a competition. It's simply information. If you comfortably held both sides for 10 seconds, that's a very encouraging sign. It suggests your balance is functioning reasonably well. But don't stop here. Maintaining balance requires regular practice. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush once and expect healthy teeth forever. The same is true for balance. Now, if you struggled, if you couldn't reach 10 seconds, or if you grabbed the counter almost immediately, don't panic. You're not alone. Millions of adults over 60 experience the exact same thing. The important thing is understanding why. Because balance problems rarely have just one cause. They're usually the result of several systems inside your body becoming weaker together. The surprising part is that many of those systems can improve, even in your 70s and 80s. So why does balancing on one leg suddenly become so difficult after 60? Most people blame age. But age itself isn't the real problem. Think of your balance like a 4-legged table. If one leg becomes weak, the table starts to wobble. If 2 or 3 legs weaken, staying upright becomes much harder. Your balance depends on 4 systems working together: your muscles, your nerves, your inner ear, and your brain. When even one of these systems begins to decline, your body has to work much harder just to keep you standing. Let's start with the biggest reason: muscle loss. After the age of 30, adults naturally begin losing muscle mass. The process is slow at first, but after 60, it speeds up dramatically. Doctors call this sarcopenia. You may not notice it because it happens gradually. Year after year, the muscles in your thighs, hips, and calves become smaller and weaker. Unfortunately, these are the exact muscles responsible for helping you stand up, climb stairs, recover from a stumble, and maintain balance on one leg. Imagine trying to support a heavy bridge with thinner and thinner cables every year. Eventually, the bridge becomes unstable. That's exactly what happens inside your body. But here's something many people don't know. Muscle loss isn't permanent. Research consistently shows that even people in their 70s and 80s can rebuild muscle through proper nutrition and simple resistance exercises. The second hidden cause is weaker nerves. Think of your nerves as electrical wires connecting your feet to your brain. Every second you're standing, thousands of tiny messages travel through these nerves, telling your brain exactly where your feet are, whether you're leaning, whether the ground is uneven, whether you're about to lose balance. As we age, these signals can become slower. Conditions like diabetes, vitamin B12 deficiency, and certain medications may damage these nerves even more. When the signals become delayed, your brain reacts too slowly. It's like driving a car where the steering wheel responds 1 second after you turn it. That delay may seem small, but when you're trying to prevent a fall, even a fraction of a second matters. Now let's talk about your inner ear. Inside each ear is a tiny balance system filled with fluid and microscopic sensors. These structures constantly tell your brain whether you're moving, turning, leaning, or standing perfectly still. Every step you take depends on this system. But with age, these delicate sensors naturally become less sensitive. Sometimes tiny crystals inside the ear move out of place, causing brief episodes of dizziness. That's why some people feel perfectly fine while sitting, but suddenly become unsteady when they stand up. The fourth cause often surprises people: poor vision. Your eyes play a much bigger role in balance than most realize. When you're standing, your brain constantly uses visual information to help keep your body upright. If your vision becomes blurry because of cataracts, glaucoma, or age-related changes, your brain loses one of its most important balance tools: That's why many older adults immediately feel less steady when walking in dim lighting, or on uneven ground, or during the evening. Here's another hidden factor: weak core muscles. Many people believe balance comes only from the legs, but your abdomen, lower back, hips, and pelvis are equally important. Think of your core as the trunk of a tree. If the trunk becomes unstable, the branches can't stay balanced. Even strong legs struggle when the body's center isn't stable. Now here's something that rarely gets discussed. Your brain itself learns balance through repetition. If you've become less active over the past few years, stopped walking regularly, avoided stairs, or spent long periods sitting, your brain slowly forgets how to respond quickly. This is called deconditioning. The body follows one simple rule: use it or lose it. But the opposite is also true. Every day you practice balancing safely, walking, standing, and strengthening your muscles. Your brain begins creating stronger movement patterns again. This process is called neuroplasticity. Even after 60, even after 70, your brain can still adapt. There is one more reason balance problems become worse after 60. Fear. Imagine slipping once. Even if you weren't seriously injured, your brain remembers that experience. The next time you walk, you become cautious. You take shorter steps. You stiffen your knees. You look down constantly. Ironically, these protective habits often increase your chances of falling, because relaxed movement is stable movement. Fear creates stiffness, and stiffness reduces balance. One small stumble leads to less confidence. Less confidence leads to less movement. Less movement leads to weaker muscles. Weaker muscles lead to poorer balance. The good news is that cycle can be reversed, one small improvement at a time. So, can you actually fix it? In many cases, yes. Not overnight. Not with a miracle pill, but through simple daily habits that retrain your muscles, strengthen your nervous system, improve coordination, and rebuild confidence. Most require no expensive equipment. Many can be done right at home in just a few minutes each day. Let's begin with the most important exercise of all: the chair stand. This movement is one of the best ways to rebuild leg strength, because it copies something you already do every day: standing up. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest if possible. Now slowly stand up. Pause for 1 second. Then sit back down with control. Aim for 8 to 12 repetitions. Rest for a minute. Then repeat for a second set. If you need your hands at first, that's perfectly fine. Your goal is to rely on your legs a little more each week. Exercise number 2. Heel raises. Strong calves play a huge role in keeping you balanced while walking. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Hold the back lightly. Slowly lift your heels until you're standing on your toes. Pause for 2 seconds. Then lower yourself slowly. Repeat this movement 15 times. Complete 2 sets. Exercise number 3. Single leg balance practice. Stand beside a kitchen counter. Lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. Hold for as long as you safely can. Even if it's only 3 seconds today, that's okay. Rest, then repeat 3 times on each leg. Never perform this exercise without something sturdy nearby for support. Exercise number 4. Walking with purpose. Instead of shuffling or rushing, focus on taking smooth, confident steps. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Look ahead instead of constantly looking down. Swing your arms naturally. Walk for 10 to 20 minutes whenever possible. Now let's talk about food, because your muscles can't become stronger without proper nutrition. After 60, experts often recommend spreading protein throughout the day instead of eating most of it at dinner. Include foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, beans, lentils, or cottage cheese. Another nutrient that deserves attention is vitamin D. Low vitamin D levels have been linked to weaker muscles and poorer balance. Staying hydrated is just as important. Even mild dehydration can increase dizziness and make you feel weaker than you actually are. Your muscles recover while you sleep. Your brain strengthens movement patterns while you sleep. If you're sleeping fewer than 7 hours most nights, improving your sleep may improve your balance as well. Now imagine picturing yourself 3 months from today. You stand up from your favorite chair without pushing with your hands. You walk through the grocery store feeling steady. You climb stairs with more confidence. That future is possible. Not because someone gave you a miracle cure, but because you decided to take small actions every single day. However, there are times when balance problems require medical attention. If you've experienced multiple falls, sudden weakness, numbness, severe dizziness, vision changes, or difficulty speaking, don't ignore those symptoms. Always speak with your healthcare provider if your balance changes suddenly or worsens rapidly. Before we finish, remember one simple sentence. Balance is not something you keep. It's something you practice. Every day you move your body, you're investing in your future independence. And that's what truly matters. Not living longer, but living better.